Hey, Dave from Nerdarchy here, for Nerds by Nerds, with Ted.
How you doing?
And our new friend, Brian Motter.
How's it going?
From Slither Games. So, we just wanted to take this time to sit down with you and basically have you tell us what you do.
I make games.
Good. Quick video, done to the point.
Hey, we're done.
Good. So,
We hooked up with this guy at South Jersey Geek Fest. You're gonna, keep hear us spitting that out until you get it sunk in. We roll up on this guy's booth, and the first thing is we see this game. Got Bear versus Gorilla versus CEO versus Hippie. For whatever reason, I always seem to mix up the bottom two. Can't get it right. And it's it's a interesting card game. You wanna give a spiel on it? Sell to our audience?
how did this come to be?
It came to be from, let's see, I love card games, I love board games, I'm just not really good at them, so I decided to make my own. This was actually a text message that got out of hand, and I came up with 4 characters and said, I want to make a game based on this. And then I sat down in my artist's living room and said, you want to make a card game with me? And she said, let's do it.
Now, did you realize when you created this game that you were speaking right to the just out of the tweens demographic with just putting the gorilla in there?
Oh yeah. Well, I love just crazy different mixtures of characters. Like I didn't want to do the zombie versus what is it? Frankenstein, or zombie versus plants, or zombie versus anything. Like I wanted to stay away from that and just put weird characters together.
Well, by going outside the box, you become unique, and that has the chance of drawing people in rather than just another zombie game. Let me just walk on by that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like I was tired of seeing the zombie versus everything, or vampire versus this. So I was like, let's do our own thing.
Well, my son fell in love with it as soon as he saw it. He was 13. He's, oh my God, I want to be the gorilla. I don't think he's gotten to play the gorilla yet. But the game's fast. It's a lot of fun. You got any other projects you're working on?
We're working on. We're doing another Kickstarter, which is should be launching in a couple days, for a half deck of the Bear versus Gorilla versus CEO versus Hippie. Nailed it. So that'll be 30 playable cards, no chips, no die. It's just a mixture of cards that we put together, and like I said, that's going to be $9 up on Kickstarter.
Is it the same cards or new cards?
It's the same cards, but you are getting 2 Kickstarter exclusive cards that are not available to buy.
Would it happen to be the Octo Bunny and the Secret Bunny?
It will be, yes.
Let me see those real quick, and I will go off camera.
The very fancy art.
That is done by my artist's niece. She just drew those up for us, and we loved them, and didn't want to change the art. Wanted to leave it the way it was, so we did. And then coming very, very soon, hopefully early this month. It is May already. Early this month, we're going to be doing Battle of the Electric Vikings, which is a Scrabble type game with heavy metal lyrics.
So I saw that up on your website, and I was intrigued, and I was like, well, where can I go to buy it? And I was looking for it on your product page, so I was like, definitely want to get involved in that. So
now I don't know about you guys. As soon as you said that made me think of Powerpuff Girls and the Justice Friends, and of course Val Hallen and his mighty axe.
Now, was there some kind of nod to that, or was it?
Or do you even know what we're talking about?
No, I somewhat a little bit. I know Powerpuff Girls. I haven't watched a lot of it, but it's something my friend came up with. That was another text message that got out of hand. We do a lot of work through text messaging, and it was just he was like, let's do a game like Scrabble, but we make heavy metal titles. I was like,
nice.
Done. Put it together. Came up with a list of words. went on iTunes and looked up every Man-O-War song I could think of, and went to town on it. And then, you know, we made it was originally going to be a board game, but money-wise, a little expensive to ship, so we're doing it as a card game. But it'll be free reign. There's no size limit to it. On a board game, you have a size limit. There's not going to be a size limit to it. You're going to be able to stack the cards on top of each other and make new titles out of stacking the words on top of each other.
Okay, so kind of like Upwards?
A lot like Upwards, yeah.
Okay.
But not just words, titles.
Right, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that concept. That's interesting and new, and I haven't seen it. And of course, I used to be back in the day. I was a metalhead, so
yeah.
It's definitely right up my alley. You know, I have all the Man-O-War albums.
Nice.
Unless they're still putting them out. I may have.
They are.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I know. Viking metal from New Jersey. You can't beat it.
Are they from New Jersey?
They are. They're from North Jersey.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
They were just so craptastic. I love that
They're
band.
fantastic. they're
No,
amazing. They blow my mind every time I listen to them.
Every album, right? Like all the songs are really good, and then you have that one song that is just super, just
Off the wall.
Yeah.
off. It's just like, huh? You know, like All Men Play on 10.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah, Brothers of True Metal, man. That's a great song.
You know, we've I think we've played D&D with that in the background
have to.
a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I spent. It was one poker night at a friend's house, and he had it playing the entire night. He had like every album and just played them back to back to back, and I was just blown. I was like, I'm in love with these guys. Went out, just downloaded everything I could possibly find, bought everything I could possibly find, and I was like, just in love with these guys. They did a tour. They tour themselves. They're not on any record label. They're on their own label and stuff, and they do all the touring themselves, all the promotion themselves, and I went and saw them in Baltimore and in Philly that year that they toured.
Man, you know you just started something now because I haven't thought about Man-O-War in a long time.
Oh, you're gonna go listen to an album
Now
as
I'm
soon as
gonna
we're
go
done
start
here.
tracking down their stuff again.
Yeah.
Stalking them.
Yeah.
Well, wrapping back around the games. Not
And
to,
Ted brings us back into reality.
So you know, if your BGCF or CH was your first game, how long ago did that get started? How long has Black Slither Games been?
Black Slither Games has been around almost a year. We're working on our 1 year anniversary coming up in June.
Okay.
Got anything planned for that?
No. We'll
No.
be at.
We got time. We can put something together. We can make this happen.
Oh, I'd love it. That'd be great. No, we're going to be at Comic-Con in June, and then the following week we're doing Too Many Games as well. So June is big.
Which Comic-Con is that?
Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, Philly Comic-Con.
Cool.
That Wizard World.
Okay.
So we'll be there all 4 days with a booth
Cool.
and just pumping out the game and promoting Battle of the Electric Viking, which will not be there, unfortunately, time constraints. But we'll be talking it up and hopefully have a prototype there.
Cool.
Yeah. So come out
So,
and check it out.
if you guys are interested in checking out any of Brian's games, and you should be, they're pretty cool, we're going to put the links below so you can find him, find his stuff. And as, you know, you bring out other stuff, we'd love to check it out and get the word out. You know, from what we've seen so far, we like it, and, you know, we want to promote it.
Yeah, I demoed the games right there at the booth at Geek Fest, and I'm like, all right, gimme, I'll take them both, and and like I said, I've been to the website, interested in the products you have coming out, so certainly want to stay in touch. To our fans out there, is there anything you wanna say? You wanna get out there?
Check us out on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Trying to get those likes up to 100. Check out the website. My artist is Amy Q at Inner Realm Designs. She does fantastic work, as you can see. That's everything.
Nice. But before we wrap it up,
Absolutely.
I want to delve back into Brian a little bit and how when we first met, he almost beat me up, guys. But we're at Geek Fest and we're talking and chatting and talking about games, and I'm like, well, what else are you into? He's like, I'm an MMA fighter. I'm like, really? And I started laughing. I thought he was joking. But apparently, you've had your first amateur fight, correct?
I had my first amateur fight February 22nd.
And you got another one coming up?
Yes, May 17th, at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. It's Asylum Fight League is the fight league that I fight for. And I'll be fighting at 135, and this will be my second fight. So hopefully it goes better than the first one.
I was going to say, did you win your first one?
Unfortunately not. It was deemed a knockout in the second round. Got caught with a right hand right on the jaw. Went down, got right back up though. Yeah. So it was my first fight. I'm not worried about it. I did it, got it out of my system, and we're ready for the second one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. You know, I'm a fan of martial arts. Years ago, I used to train, and you wouldn't know by my physique now, I guess. But I like to watch a good fight, and that's cool. You know, nerdy and will kick your ass.
Absolutely. I like Star Wars, and I can defend it.
Nice.
That's what
With
I
or
would say.
without a lightsaber, he's lethal.
Yes, absolutely.
Me, I need a sword.
Yeah.
But with that, we're not going to keep Brian much longer. All the information will be below. While you're there, like, subscribe, comment.
And go check out his stuff.
Check out his stuff.
It's good. It's good stuff.
So until next time, my friends, stay nerdy.